Hi, my name is Quavia. I am from JuJu Thyme, and I wanted to come and make a short video because a few of you have came by and said hello to me, and I absolutely love that. And so I thought, you know what the heck? Let me just make a short video where I just talk with you all instead of sitting here and talking to myself in this quarantine time. So I found these questions online in regards to my practice, and I thought, you know what, it might be interesting to answer them. So we will see how it goes. So the first question is, and I'm gonna try and get through as many questions as possible. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna be able to, but okay, we will just begin. So, number one, do you feel you have natural gifts such as premonition or hearing spirits, etc.? And if so, do you think this is what led you to this path? Yes, I do feel I have a natural gift. I actually believe that we all have a natural gift of some shape or form if you are brave enough to pursue it, because we all have it within ourselves. But in regards to it, do I think that it led me to this path? Yes, I believe it led me to my practice, and it led me to a solidified understanding of what I believe in my foundations. So in that regard, yes, I do believe that it did lead me to my path. Okay, number two, what deity do you work with, if any, and why? Okay, well, I think for me personally, before jumping into just deities and whatnot, I think that working with your ancestors should be number one. Working with your ancestors should be number one. And why? Well, because you are them and they are you. So working with them, you are also working with yourself. I also believe that in relation, of course, with your ancestors, you should be also working with your own divine self. So, I mean, the first divinity, to be quite honest, should be you. And so, for myself, that is definitely what I feel. Okay, number three. What is or are your favorite magical tools? Okay, my favorite magical tools would have to be my journal and my herbs and my cards, I would have to say. Yes, if I had to choose three. I don't know if I was allowed to choose three, but I'm just gonna choose three. Okay, anyway, number four, what is the most magical place you have ever been? Okay, place. Okay, physically, okay. Okay, I would say, okay. A physical place, I would say Morocco would be number one. That was quite magical. I felt that Naples was also quite magical, and Crete in Greece, that was quite magical. So I would say those three places, physical places. But in general, non-physical, I would say the astral realm is definitely magical, and definitely just that's a whole other planet sometimes. So yes, yeah, those are what I think is the most magical places that I've ever been. Okay, number five. I don't have my glasses on, and I can't put my glasses on because the glare from the sun is just, anyway. Number 5, what in the craft are you best at? Okay, what in the craft am I best at? Okay, all right, so, so I'm an oracle. And so using divination in my own just unique way, I think is definitely where I feel the best at, for sure. Also, I would say applying herbs intuitively definitely is something that I'm best at. And I don't know, like finding information, I suppose I would say. I don't know how to describe that, but finding things. I'm pretty, yeah, you know what, I don't know how to explain that one, so there you go. Okay, what in the craft would you say you are weaker at? Definitely meditation. Definitely meditation, like the traditional sit down, close your eyes, cross your legs, and I'm just not that good at it, to be quite honest. Not at all. Oh man. But however, I am wanting to be good at it. I think it comes down to just discipline and whatnot, but I'm also trying to find other ways to get into a meditative state that doesn't require me to I don't know, sit still with my eyes closed, you know, like the traditional way. I'm trying to find a different way. Okay, I'm really trying to keep this video at like 10 minutes or less, so okay, let's go. Okay, number 7, what is your most favorite part of your craft? Working with my ancestors, the feeling of just being connected to myself, I would say, because like I said earlier, when you work with your ancestors, you're also working with yourself, but then also working with your own divinity. Yeah, that would definitely have to be my favorite for sure. And I would also say, I think I would also say seeing my ability to expand, like, and seeing it manifest. I think that's also pretty cool. I think because that's also where my gifts lie, you know, expansion. So, yes. Okay, number 8, I think, yes, 8. What was the first purchase tool you ever got? Oh, my herbs. That was the first thing that I got, and I wanted to learn and understand. And then I was called to get cards of some sort. So yeah, but my first tool was my herbs, and it continues to grow. So okay, number 9, do you use astrology in your practice? Not in the traditional sense. So astrology, I still find it quite confusing, but what I've done was that I've taken like the astrology chart, and I correspond it to its designated tarot card, and from that then I'm able to sort of understand. So I sort of translate it's the astro chart first, so that way I can see it and understand it in a way that yeah, that I can understand it. Just, I am not, okay. Anyway, all right, number 10, do you have any other witches in your family? My living family, I wouldn't, okay. I think for religious purposes, they wouldn't say that they're witches at all. But do they have the ability to pull something out of thin air? Yes, absolutely. And of course, do they intuitively do things that may correspond with a practice? Absolutely. Now, my non-living family, I would say, once again, maybe for religious purposes, they wouldn't call themselves that, or maybe even culturally, they wouldn't call themselves witches. But once again, they're just out of thin air. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, what item can you not witch without? My journal. My journal, for sure. So for me, automatic writing is where I'm the best at. So when I receive messages or something, it's most likely either with me hearing it or seeing it, and then in terms of being able to bring that out, to be able to in the physical sense, it's all through writing. So without my journal, yes, if I'm stranded on an island, just give me my journal and I'm good. I'm okay. Alrighty. Do you have a favorite time of day? What time? Okay. Do you have a favorite time of day to do spell work? Oh, okay, that's a good one. Alrighty. So I also practice Solomonic magic. So the day and time, etc., they're quite important for sure. So I would say yes, I do use certain days and times to do certain things and whatnot. However, I was on the Hood Botanica's lives. Like, she does like these Instagram lives like weekly. So just go over to her page and definitely you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, I was in one of her lives and she was explaining how you should find out what day that you're born and you should do magic on that day. And I was like, huh, interesting. And so I was like, that makes total sense. And so yeah, now I also do a lot of work on the day that I was born. So yes. And also, very quickly, I'm loving this year because my birthday falls on the day I was born and there's gonna be a full moon on it. So yes, I'm excited for that. Okay, next question. Let's see. Do I have a little time? I think I have a little bit more time. So, okay. Do you do past life readings and have you ever had one done? I don't do past life readings. Have I ever had one done? No, but I would be really interested in getting one done one day. I have accidentally meditated into a regression of my past life, of one of my past lives. So that was quite interesting. That whole experience was very, very interesting. Anyway, and lastly, let's see. What do you prefer to use for divination? I prefer to use my cards, and I also have a specific set of coins that I only use for divination. So yeah, those two things for sure are my favorite things to use. Okay, I'm really hoping that this is under 10 minutes, maybe 11, I don't know. I tried not to talk so much, but any which way, if you guys have questions, I would love to answer them. I also love to get to know you. So, I mean, are you in a path, you know? I'm just curious, you know? So I'm in quarantine, so, you know, feel free to just like say hey, I don't know, if you like. Alrighty, well, thanks, see ya.